Hi, you are listening to the Father Support Network podcast. This podcast is for single fathers and fathers in general. On this podcast, we educate, inform, guide, encourage, and help fathers navigate the complex challenges of maintaining contact and healthy relationships with their children after separation or divorce. Your host is Dr. Michael Uwangpa. Michael Uwangpa is a father of three who successfully fought for the right of his children to have their father in their lives.
Hello, and happy Friday. Looks like we're back to the Friday special. I want to react to a couple of things. I think I'll split this video. So first of all, this is all of these are events that have happened in Nigeria recently. So one event I want to react to is involves sadly a young lady. I think she was 20 or 21, by the name Favor Agbro, and a social media influencer called Uwangpa. And so the context of it is this young lady had written to this influencer Uwangpa. They've become friends, and she wanted some sort of help, and she wanted advice because another man, accomplice of another man that she knew in another city, in the capital city, wanted basically sex for money. Well, wanted to, it was more kind of like conditional support, and she wasn't willing to do that. And she's confided in this total stranger that she's met online. And this guy had invited her over, so she traveled from one city in the same state to another city to meet this guy without informing the family or friends to meet this guy to seek financial support. So according to the lady made a video and alleges in the video that this guy raped her and forcefully took her virginity, and after 2 weeks this lady commits suicide. That is sad. And now this guy Uwangpa has been arrested. Now this is what I want to talk about. A couple of things to point out. I never understand, even me as a man, I never understand how someone can derive pleasure from forcefully raping someone. As a man, I wouldn't even, if someone is, even if person is my wife or my girlfriend, and there's just even a slight indication that they're not willfully or willingly participating in whatever it is they want to do, I shut down my whole system. Everything shuts down. My body, my mind shuts down. So I never understand how some men rape for someone. I don't know how to do that. Now that is bad, and if that is the case, this guy should face the full wrath of the law for one doing that and causing the unfortunate death of this lady. Now, let me shift to the lady, and I pray she finds some peace in the afterward. Now, number one, I think there's something fundamentally wrong, and this is not victim blaming, but there's something fundamentally wrong where, number one, let me first start from the societal failure, where in environments like Nigeria, poverty is weaponized. In this place, you can have access to finance stuff. You could get a latest phone and you use finance and you're paying monthly. You could have a nice car, the latest car, and you're paying monthly. You can have a house. So women are not financially they're not financially crippled. Women are not disempowered when financially. So you can't weaponize that. But in those kind of countries, weaponize. So I blame the society. I blame Nigerian society, because they are also implicated in it. Why not? No, you're implicated. Even as a country, you have a responsibility towards your citizens, and you're supposed to provide a safety net. You're supposed to provide an environment where they can thrive. It's an environment where if someone is going through stuff, they can have something to leverage on whilst they're trying to, in this country, get safety nets, because social safety net, where people can be supported to the point where they don't have to be put in such situations. So number one, societal failure. Number two, let me come to the lady. Now I've seen also on the lady's video where the lady, it's, maybe the way she's dancing in a seductive way, in a sexual way, and a lot of people are thinking this lady is has brought this upon herself, and this lady perhaps again is questionable and is valid. So why you would go meet a total stranger, move from one city to another and seeking help from a total stranger, and why would you be entitled to support from the stranger? Why would you be entitled to support from a man just moving from a city? And you definitely know. So to say that lady is completely innocent, I wouldn't agree with that. I say this lady would know that this man wants something. In most cases like that, you can't just say that man is not Jesus Christ. So you can't say you just go from a state to state and this man is just going to count whatever money and just give to you just like that. I say that if that's how she felt, that is the highest form of naivety. And then again, I don't think it's again, because so let me come back to the society thing as well, because the lady was looking at the shame of losing her virginity, and it's more around her virginity. And I think, for one, the chastity, we grew up in the those era where virginity, where if you're not a virgin, you nobody's gonna marry you. But I could put this in this day and age. It would be hard. It would be hard if they were going to count in terms of percentage of women that age that are still a virgin. We live in a world that is warped, that is corrupt. It will be hard to find. It will be like a very small percentage of people, which is not good. But we also live in an age where marriage over is not dependent on that. Like back in the days where if you've lost virginity, then it'll be difficult for you to marry. So I don't think this young beautiful lady should have taken her life. That is not the end of the world. I think this lady she should have lived, and because they say once there's life there's hope, and should have got the justice that she so deserves. But then again, we can't. I've seen some of the videos. It's a woman thing. I don't know, but all I would say is our society has failed that lady. Our society has failed Favor. We can't blame people and say people are doing hookup. We live in a hookup society where when you disenfranchise women, when they're financially impoverished, what do you expect? People go back to the ways where how women can get money by people using their body. We've seen it in the West as well. We see where people do OnlyFans. People do all kinds of stuff to get money, to become richer, to do content and just sell sexual content, explicit content. But again, it's also a warning to women out there to say it is dangerous. When you're stepping into this stuff, it is dangerous, and you need to put safeguards. You can't appear naive when you expect someone. And then again, there's women out there that are evil, that are opportunists, that are going to take opportunities and there's going to take advantage. And we've seen it even in universities in these places. You've seen where someone with a position of trust as a lecturer would fail you and then we offer cess for mark and things like that. We've seen it where even to get a job appointment, you have to sleep with the prospective employer to get work. We've seen there's so much corruption in those places. But now we know that these things have grave implications. These will have grave implications, grave consequence to someone's mental health, to their life. It's a grave danger to their life. But I don't think it's worth it. So that's the way I'm gonna react to this and say, no, it's that guy, the Dogo, as whatever his name is, should face the full wrath of the court. But now again, the complication now is this: he could walk free, because now he's going to be the word of a dead victim against a living suspect. How do you prove it? There's no way to prove it. If he's got a good lawyer, he's going to walk free, because how could you prove that he was raped? So this is some of the things we need to add. Again, we need to have education around this stuff. I don't know, the government is doing but what are the civil society doing? What are the other institutions, church, doing? All of these other institutions, are we raising awareness, education for our girl child, education for our male child? The justice system in these places, what are the justice? Do we even trust the police? Because this guy, if it was a place where the system is trustworthy, this guy would have been able to go there. If it's a place where the government cares for its citizens, this guy wouldn't even go to Dogo Asaba in the first instance. But we shouldn't also forget, crime is crime. There's always going to be crime, even in same countries like in the West. But let me leave it at that and say, it's just an unfortunate situation, and I pray peace for the family and justice for Favor Agbro.